Hiya, I am Sharon and I'm going to be doing my very own version of Homes Under the Hammer today. So I'm on my way to Great Yarmouth. I have bought a property after the auction and it went unsold at auction, so I put an offer in afterwards that was accepted, and this is my very first time of seeing it. I have seen it was on Zoopla in November 2018. So I think the market's probably dropped a little bit since then with all the Brexit talk. It's got a Zoopla valuation of 68, but it says up for £60,000 in November. And I've spoken to the agent and he said as soon as it came on, it came back off again and they chucked it into the auction. So it didn't sell at auction and I picked it up for £32,500. So I'm hoping that I've got a bargain. I've done some due diligence. I've seen the internal pictures from when it was up for sale. Obviously there was 5 and there was sort of like some mashed up blinds. It looks like a bit damp. There's some upturned beds, so it just looks like it's got some really terrible, has some terrible tenants in there. I've spoken to several rental agencies who they've said it'll rent for like £550, which is rubbish. It'll rent for less than that. I reckon about 475, 500. They said there's a really good demand, and I've done some checks. There are a lot of flats, 2-bedroom flats, that have been rented out, and they've rented out quite quickly, so that's all good. And I've also looked at property prices as well, and now, basically there is nothing apart from a caravan that's under £60,000 in Great Yarmouth, so I don't see how I'm going to lose on it. So there might be some work to do on it, which I know there is some work to do on it. So I'm going to do a full breakdown of what I've spent on it in the description. I've also written a book as well a couple of years back, How to Net a Property Auction Market in an Hour. I'll put the link into that, which just sort of says how I found it. I sort of found it by accident really. I was just looking for somebody else and it just sort of popped up. So and we love Norfolk. Not saying Yarmouth would be my number one place in Norfolk, but I thought, oh, actually it'll be, when it's empty we can go there on holiday with the dog. I've got the dog with me today, take him to the beach, stay there. You know, obviously I've got a daughter that might have babies one day, maybe she'll want to go there on holiday, or I might want to go there on holiday. So yeah, my aim is to get it rented out as quickly as possible. I have got a builder coming up tomorrow. I'm looking at the place for the first time today. I've got a bed with me and a quilt, and I'm going to stay there, and I've got a builder coming at 10 o'clock in the morning, so he'll give me a price. The main thing is I need it rented out as quickly as possible, so hopefully he can pack and do his magic on that. So I shall, without further ado, I shall let you know when I've arrived, and I shall take you around there the very first time. Wow, it says I'm in Wellesley Road now. I didn't realise it's actually on the seafront. That's amazing. Maybe it's wrong. Let me double check. Right. It says I'm a minute away, but I'm sure it says I'm... Oh no, I'm not in Wellesley Road yet. Let's have a...
Turn right into the next street in 200 yards onto Albemarle Road, then turn left. Now turn right.
here I am.
Now turn left.
Oh, I think it's there actually. Yeah, there it is. It's got the old auction sold sign outside. And there it is. That don't look too bad, does it? Looks nice. Ah, right. Where the bloody hell to park? That is the seaside, Great Yarmouth seaside. And that is the flat there. Oh my God. Well, as a recreation ground is just there. Just couldn't be any more perfect. This would make it probably unwalkable. Massive high ceiling.
Well, this all needs sorting out. This is all communal, which will get done once you've done the
Yeah.
work.
Hey, boy.
So, that, you know, down one room.
So all this is being decorated now. They've got some maintenance money. Not really a proper front door. I think I'll get that sorted out. Side holes. You excited? I've got no idea what I'm going to come to. Oh, it's got really high ceilings. Oh my God, it's much better than I thought. Got really high ceiling, and this kind of, have I got a sea view? If you stand on a step ladder, let's say literally, that is the seaside there. Got a double glazed window. It's a bit dangerous being that low, that obviously needs to be sorted out. Yeah. Here's a bit of a new kitchen. But this would be nice in here with a cover, little table and chairs there. Fridge, washing machine. Obviously I need to get the cooker sorted out. Love the high ceiling, it's literally... What do you think, dudies? I thought it was going to have all furniture and everything in here, so it is a really quite pleasant surprise. Ollie! Then here we have... I'm assuming the main bedroom. Again, a massively high ceiling. Love these massive, massive windows. They are... I love... What a lovely room this is. It's very old and dusty, but oh my God, it's lovely. And then... Hiya, just doing a quick video. And then this is the bathroom. Again, you know, it's not a shower room, it's an actual bath. And then my bedroom again. It's not exactly light and airy, and it's not got the best view in the world, but you could actually have a double bed in there and a wardrobe there as you come in, and all bunk beds. This is just so much better than I thought. So much around here. They've got like park there as well. It is a mess inside, but that is all going to get sorted out. It hadn't been maintained for donkey's years, and I've just been getting the story of what's happened there, which I have to fill you in on the details, but the maintenance is all going to get sorted out, so can't wait to go there and just down there, walk down there, and this is it. Motor lake up there, and oh God, the dog is just so excited. It just smells the sea air. this camp bed, Ollie? Well, it's a great looking building. So yeah, there's me with our windows open. So I'm on a camp bed tonight. I shall see you this morning. I'm all in the quandary. This is the lounge kitchen, and you don't really get, look at these massive deep skirtings, you don't really get the sense of how high the ceiling is because there's just too much squash in here. And I was just thinking, if you've got a sofa in here, where do you put your telly? So you can have your sofa along here and your telly there, but you'll all have a crooked neck. So this morning I'm thinking, if I could make this the kitchen, be a good sized kitchen, have a little table and chairs in there or a little breakfast bar along there. And then this would just be a lovely lounge overlooking Norfolk Square private, you know, all that. How nice would that be? That's your view. I don't know if you can see it, the sun's glaring in my camera. You know, you could have your sofa here, so you could, if your sofa was here, you could then look out there, and this would just be such a massive front room, you know, like a proper Victorian. I know that the value of the flat's going to plummet because it's going to be a 2-bed to a 1-bed. But because I'm thinking about, this is a little holiday bolt hole for myself, I'd rather just put a sofa bed in here and have like that lovely bedroom and then this lovely lounge. Might get an estate agent round to give me his opinion. What do you think, Ollie? Wow, this is literally a 1-minute walk. The dog is just in heaven. I'm definitely going to change that flat to a 1-bedroom flat for me. Just makes me feel really happy. And I've got a great marker where the place is when I get to that cream building with a green roof, which is pretty unique. I know that's where I've got to turn up. Gee, talk about a suicide window. Can't believe the guy is obviously had kids because he's got head teachers awards. That's just so dangerous. Right, I am home from sunny Yarmouth. I think I'm going to just keep that as a little holiday home. Maybe just rent it out for the school holiday so that it covers some of the cost. And then I think that's what I'm going to do anyway. I come home and I had a text message on Sunday to say that the water had leaked from my flat where I'd switched on the water again onto the downstairs flat. So it said it had come through, and I thought she meant as in the ceiling had come through, as in it all collapsed. But I think they just mean that water had come through, so I don't know. But hopefully that will get sorted. And then because Homes Under the Hammer make it all sound very, very profitable and everything else, thought I would do a breakdown of everything. So I paid £32,500 for the flat, and I paid £4,250 on the day. So that was 10% deposit plus £1,000 auctioneer fees. So Homes Under the Hammer would say, so if that property sold for 45 grand, this is worth 45 grand, they'd say, oh, she's made a £13,500 profit in a few weeks, and you'd go, that's brilliant. But the reality is, so I paid £1,000, I then had to pay £24 for notice of transfer, £20 to land registry, £480 for a solicitor, which is really cheap, £30 telegraphic transfer, £30 marketing fee, I've got no idea what that is, £936 for the seller's legal pack, £39.59 for the service charge, £2.33 for ground rent, £60 for engrossment fee, got no idea what that is. Leasehold inquiry fees, £246, and ID checks fee, £16. So it all came to, so I paid £4,250 and I had to pay £31,368. So it comes to a few coppers short of 36 grand. So, you know, it's not 32,000, it's another £3,500 on top of that. So when they say, and then you're going to sell it and it's worth, say, 45 grand, so that would be 9,000 left over. I've then got, I'm probably going to spend about £3,000 doing it up. That takes us down to £6,000. If I wanted to sell it, I'd have all the legal fees again, so another grand, plus the estate agent fees, which can be at least £1 grand. So, you know, even if you think, if the estate agent says anything over £45,000 or £50,000, I'll be well chuffed. But still, really not worth selling, because it's not quite as rosy as they make it sound on the telly. So I shall do the second half of this video in a few weeks' time when I've been back to sunny Yarmouth, and let you know. And I will get someone in for rentals and for resale, so you can get a true proper, and then I shall do some actual proper numbers, you know. I'm not moaning about it, you know, it's really good going and I'm over the moon with it. But yeah, so I just thought I would do, you know, it's not quite as, you know, when people on Homes on the Hammer buy a house for 50 grand, spend 10 grand on this, say it's worth 75 grand, it's like, you haven't made 15. Plus, while it's empty, I've got council tax to pay, I've got service charge to pay, and what else? Oh, mortgage to pay. Oh, that's without a mortgage. I've just literally tagged, I borrowed small money on my residential, but if I had to get a mortgage for that, that would be like another £1,000 in fees. I personally think I would have struggled to get a mortgage on that property. I would certainly at the sales price of 32,000, because most of them have got a minimum mortgage value. On a buy-to-let mortgage, I can get 75% loan to value, so no one's going to give you like a £20,000 mortgage. Yeah, so, and because they've just started painting the outside of the property, but the actual stairwells, it's in a bit of a mess. It's in a mess because there's 5 flats there. The lady that whose flat that I've got that got repossessed, she owned 2 in the block. She hadn't paid a penny in maintenance, ground rent, for over 10 years. So there was one other flat there that lives there, and he was doing his own maintenance, you know, mending the roof, but doing all that sort of stuff, so they didn't charge him any maintenance. And then the other 2 people were paying maintenance. That was just literally, that paid for the electric and a few other little bits, the house insurance. So there's been no money in the pot to get it maintained, which is all changing now. So that should make it a lot more rentable and saleable. So hope you find this interesting. And I have put the link to my book. And yeah, say any questions, give me a shout. And say I shall take the next part I'm aiming to rent it out in about November time. I have got a builder going in there to do a few bits. I'm getting the kitchen changed around. I don't want that thing that's going around. He said it will be too much hassle to change it to a 1-bedroom flat because of all the plumbing and everything, so I'm keeping it as a 2-bedroom flat. And I've also said that a family I know, they're going to stay in, that's helped me out and been really fantastic to me. They are going to stay there in the school in the half term in October, so I'm hopefully either going to rent it out then or decide not to rent it out. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'll see what it's like. I need to go up there for a bit longer to see whether or not I think I will keep going back there, but I think I will.